So let's continue working. And I'm going to start work on mountain on our left side, kind of hill. For this we'll go see what materials we have it, and I want to use it more kind of brownish warmer color. It will be our base for this, and some top and sides I want to add green, so we'll go to add some grass to this. Let's set alpha boost to 0, but we're going now in environment and move slope range kind of a little bit more to the top, so you can see it's kind of covering. Let's click OK. We'll copy this material and we'll paste to our other one, and we can paste to our this terrain as well. Okay, you notice right here we have a small segment and it's our ground, so I usually put it same. Okay, let's click preview. So we have it a nice coloring going. Lighting, maybe sun need go from the back a little bit more, so I'll take sun. For now just put it right here. Trying to find I like a little bit highlights right here, so I think this one maybe actually work. Nicer with the shadows. Okay, this is first material. Next we can start putting some ecosystem, and I will start putting ecosystem on the first right this our left mountain, and let's see what we have. So we go ahead add ecosystem, and a couple things I want to add some maybe pine trees, some smaller bushes maybe. Let's add elder one, maybe some dead tree as well, kind of combine different. And as well let's add which one, this one probably. Okay, let's click OK, click populate just to see. You can notice it's a very large kind of population, so we'll go to reduce scale. Okay, and now we'll can start working a little bit more on distribution for this. So let me go inside, and this tree is nice but it's a little bit too large, so I'm reducing, and I'm also reducing, if you notice, the presence, so I don't want them that many. I want to actually increase more presence on the blues price, so let's click OK. Yeah, that look better, and also quite a bit reduce on a winter tree. Okay, make it smaller. Okay, let me click populate. Okay, there, that look better in a shape, but now I need to distribute, so I don't want to put it yet on the bottom. I will do this manually. I want to put it them a little bit more on a hill. Okay, so for this we'll go on, let's reduce density, take presence, and I want to keep it this way, but we'll take altitude, so kind of a little bit right here, I think. Okay, let's populating a little bit more, again reduce density. Okay, we have a nice kind of going population. Okay, next let's copy again this material, take our other terrain on the side and paste. Well, it says populate, so let's click populate. Kind of have it two done. Next I want to start working manually. Before that, on the back right here I want to also put it some trees, but this kind of will be a little bit more tricky because we'll use it dynamic ecosystem population. So we'll go take same price, okay, but we're going, okay, so next we'll have this, it will be on a bottom right here. Density is kind of interesting because what I want to do is actually use it variable density, and we'll use it Perlin noise, okay, right here. Scaling, maybe a small, let's see, you can see it's populate all mountains, but I want actually going on a bottom right here, okay. So yeah, it's look a little bit better. We can go a little bit up. Let's go to smaller because it's more far away. Reduce density, dynamic population, and we'll click preview. Okay, maybe a little bit too far. Okay, let's go to density edit. Okay, click preview. So I'm just looking right here. I want kind of populate. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, so we're left like this. And we're kind of ready to start working on this front one. So for that one, I'm going to select our first terrain from terrain. Maybe just slightly readjust. We'll see how it will go. Okay, bring closer here. Okay, one thing I want to populate with some look like a grass kind of effect, and we did use this green one, but several times what I noticed, it is look nice, but if we look right now, you'll notice this green does not hold up very good on close-up, so we can replace this texture with something else, or we need cover with the plants. And to do this, let's see what we have. We go enable our ecosystem, and we'll go inside the grasses right here. Okay, and two grass what I want to use, I will use grass field, kind of small, and combine with the long grass. So we'll go take a long grass, take grass field. Okay, let's click OK, and we'll just click populate. So you can see kind of nice cover already, but what I want to do, I want to decrease a little bit scale, maybe 0.5 on a long grass, and reduce presence on this. Okay, we'll go populate one more time. So right now they kind of start matching and covering. We can increase density a little bit more, and you can see we have a nice cover now going with kind of mix. Okay, this is done with this cover. Next I want to start placing plants, and I'm going to create a new layer for this, and we'll start adding plants inside this new layer. It's help us to manage how they can view, easy to see them or not. So we'll go with the trees begin, and we'll start adding you know what, they're like spring, and I kind of will try to mix them around. This plant is nice, I like it, this tree, because you can use a lot of time, just put it all the way down, and it will look almost like it's bush right here. So kind of very nice cover. Okay, can create another one, can bring closer, shrinking down. Okay, so what I want to take this one, bring closer, bring down. Okay, sometimes our terrain kind of reset, and I want to leave it this way, so we clean. It's kind of help us a little bit we can render a little bit later. And in some case, you know what, let's do this way. Let's, when it's here, set as dynamic population. So it will automatically populate it when we start rendering. Okay, we have right here, I want to add way more plants around this area. I want to make it a little bit look more like a mess kind of. And we'll just go into grasses right here, or even bush, so you can find some. And best if you just start selecting different type, try to find from same region, but in this case they will create kind of very nice messy look when you start placing them around. Okay. So I'm just putting kind of behind. Okay, we'll go select, maybe even which one will look better. Well, I think it will be nice right here. Yep, so we can bring another ones. Okay, bring and place them maybe somewhere around this area as well. Just make a little bit more messy look. Okay, as well, let's, you know what, till we do this, let's do rocks, so rough rocks. Place a few of them around as well. Okay, let's rock just sink a little bit more down. It's positioning the ground right there, and we'll do more of the rocks. Okay, let me see if we can. Can bring closer. Kind of try to create this messy look with the rocks and maybe some other plants, and maybe just put it even their tree somewhere. But more interesting on the middle, I'm going to create something more interesting right there maybe, so we'll go place it right here. And you know what, let's put it some, maybe I'm going to select different color for this. So maybe right here some bushes around. Okay, go shrink that one. And bring maybe one right there. Okay, more around here. It's kind of interesting because you start mixing them together, start having feeling for where you want to put it. Okay, and let's put it some other plants, like for example I like some pine tree. Let's see what we have. Scottish pine tree, that will look nice. It's not very tall, and we can just place it right around here. Yep, right here. Let's, you know, even make it just a little bit smaller, so we have a nice Scottish, and maybe a couple of those also placed on some round on the back right here. Okay, and a bit more. Okay, so let's preview. Okay, so we have a very nice look. Right, this one a little bit too big. I want a little bit shrink down. Rocks maybe sink a little bit more, but they look nice. And right here need to add some more details. So I'm going to shrink this one down. take this pine tree, shrink that pine tree down. I'm going to take these plants and move them in our plant folder. Okay, let's go ahead, save our work. Okay, and before we continue working on other details, we'll do this in our next portion of the tutorial.